morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today is another vlog day. It is our last day of vacation week, which it wasn't really a vacation. I mean, it was for the kids. They mainly rested and they played outside because we got some snow, and they worked some on their passion projects and just, enjoyed their time. For me, it was a working week, but it was all home project based. So it's been a really good week. Yesterday was my monthly reset, and so I got a lot of work done yesterday. I was going to vlog yesterday because I like to share my monthly reset, but I really just needed to sit down and work on things and have the space to think without thinking about moving the camera and such. So I was able to sit down and work through what we needed to get through school-wise for the kids through the next 6 weeks until our next week off. Over these next 6 weeks, Lucy should be finishing up all of her homeschool. Emma and Jack will have a little bit of math, like a few weeks of math after our next break, and Emma will still have all of her dissections to do because we're waiting until the weather is nice so we can do all the dissections outside. We're just going to do like a big day of dissections, or like a weekend lab intensive, I think is what I'm planning on doing. I used to do that when my kids were little. We would take the summer and we would do like a science intensive summer, which worked out really well when they were in the elementary years. But now I don't want to do any dissections in my house. I just don't. So I want to do them in the garage. But yeah, anyway, so today I am going to be hopefully finishing up the book organization in the basement. I think it's mainly going to be moving piles of books in the basement so that we can get Jack's Lego stuff set up. And we have my nieces and nephew coming up this weekend, so I need to make sure that things are relatively put away down there because they spend a lot of time playing down there when they are here. So I need to make sure that I do that. I'm making muffins for breakfast this morning, and I do want to sit down and work on my goals, but that might not be until tomorrow. It's Friday. I thought that I would have time this morning to work on them, but I really didn't. It's also our screen-free day, so this is a little bit different day because the kids aren't going to be on screens at all. I guess it's not really that big of a deal when we're not doing homeschool stuff, but so they'll be just playing and hopefully working on this puzzle that we've been working on for like a month now. It's a hard one. When there are so many pieces that are like the same shade of color, it makes it a little more challenging for us to get through them. Yes, so I'm going to make muffins and then get the kitchen cleaned up and then hopefully get started on my day. It's about 9:30 right now. The muffins, everybody ate. The chickens were taken care of. The breakfast dishes have been taken care of. Everybody's kind of just doing their own thing right now. And I am going to start working on the piles of books in the basement. That's going to be my first stop. And honestly, I'm mainly focusing on the space where the Legos are going to go. So I'm going to work on that first and see how far I get. I don't think that part is going to take me very long. What's going to take me a while is getting all of the books, the piles on our ping pong table and another table in the basement. Those still need to be put back on the shelves. And it's not that they don't fit on the shelves. It's just that I had moved them because we thought that potentially a pipe could burst in when it was really, really cold a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't had time to put them back on the shelves yet. So that needs to be done. And then I am going to sit down and work on my goals some. I did start to just go through my goals and also my goals journal that I'm using this year. I still definitely think all of my goals are applicable, though the one thing that I did notice is that I put on my goals, continue to pursue my passions by cleaning up rhythms and routines and taking time for what I consider important. And so I thought that part of that really was going to be incorporating this pretty, not in depth, but more involved evening routine so that I could focus on my legacy goal, and they're kind of intertwined. But that has not really worked this month at all, and so I don't really know what to do. Towards the end of the day, I guess I just don't have enough bandwidth to really focus on memory keeping, and it's not even really that involved. It's more just me trying to write some thoughts down. I can manage to get my line journal done, my one-line journal. It's good that you can manage that, Heather. And I read at night, and that's really what settles me and helps me sleep well. So I don't know where I'm going to fit the rest of this stuff. Like yoga, Emma and I do like to do yoga at night, but recently we have just been chatting and watching TV shows together or movies. So I don't really know where we can put yoga in. It might be like an afternoon thing maybe to close out our homeschool day. I don't know. So I have a lot of stuff that I want to consider as far as what these goals and what I'm trying to actually make happen with some of these rhythms and routines. They are things that I want to do, but maybe just the time period that I'm trying to put them is just not a good time period because my brain is pretty much mush at the end of the day. I want to sit down and work on some of that stuff, update my reading journal, and then think about whether or not I'm going to use, my home planner next month, or if I'm going to try and use my Erin Condren life planner again, my vertical life planner. I think I want to try using the vertical life planner and just use the digital Passionate Penny Pincher home planner printables because I like the checklist, but I need to write out my own checklists. Some of the things aren't applicable, and I just kind of want to manage things that way, I think. I don't know. I was kind of at a standstill with my home management / budget planning. I wanted everything in one book. It's not working out that way, and that bugs me when things don't work out how I had hoped. So anyways, that's what I am planning to work on, books, and then hopefully I can finish up the book stuff, right by lunchtime, and then move on to my more thinking projects for the rest of the day, which is my goals, my home management / budgeting, and then garden planning. Those are the things that I really need to work on, and I did not work on yesterday during my monthly reset. For my monthly reset, I mainly did homeschool planning, our family calendar, my personal calendar, and that was about it. I still have some stuff to do, but we have a few more days left in February, so it's okay. Yeah. I'm going to just keep chatting, so I will stop the video and actually start doing. Okay, so it is about 11:15 right now, and I just finished organizing some of the books in the basement. I cleaned up most of the stuff in the toy side / exercise side of our basement, and the kids got their Lego table all set up, and that's what they are doing right now. They are just playing with the Legos, which is good. I was able to get some of the books that I had piled up back on the shelves. It was mainly just the level 300 books that I went through just to make sure that I had them all. Level 300 is 20th century world history, which is what Emma will be using next year, as well as, I think it's 20th century literature is what the course is called. So I wanted to make sure at least those books were on the shelves. As far as all of my other homeschool books down there, at this point, I am going to be able to pack up most of the middle grade levels at the end of this year. I can pack them up and box them until I need to use them with Lucy. I do plan to get new instructor's guides, language arts worksheets for a couple of the levels, but I am not going to wait for updates for those once she is ready to use those levels in several years, because I really like the middle grade levels that Sunlight has. G, H, and J are really, really good. J is the history of science, which we did last year. Yes. So I need to figure out if I'm going to have Jack do J language arts or if I'm going to start him on level 100 in the fall or summer. So, but that's all stuff that still is yet to be figured out. And so I think a lot of those books were in the office space that is in the basement, and they just don't have any place to go. There are shelves in that office space down there, but they weren't being utilized. It was just being used as a storage space, that office space, and so we're trying to get it cleaned out so that it can be usable space. But there are a lot of books in there that we don't need, and I don't know why we're holding on to them, so we need to figure out what to do with those. And then I have, obviously, my ping pong table is covered with books right now, and I would like to get that cleaned up. I guess it'll depend on if my kids are going to want to play ping pong or not this weekend. So right now, like I said, it's 11:15, and I think what I'm going to do is vacuum and just do general tidy stuff around downstairs, and then sit down and work a little bit on goals. I don't know. I'm just kind of unsure of what to do next. I'm glad that I got the 300 books organized, and then I need to come up with some boxes for those middle grade books, and I just don't have any good boxes to use at the moment. So I have to think about that a little bit. I also have to think about all those preschool and kindergarten books, maybe starting to let go of some of those and really only hanging on to our favorites. But so far, I'm really happy with how the day has been going. I actually would really like some more coffee, so I think I'm going to make some coffee. So that is my check-in for the time being.
He says the nose looks like it's been broken. Does this nose look weird? Where is it? I can't. No. It does not look broken. That looks weird. What are you doing?
Okay, it's 11:30. I have no idea what I told you guys I was going to do my last check-in. I made coffee, and the kids and I have been chatting in the kitchen. They were having some tea and I was having some more coffee. Now I am going to fold some laundry and switch over the laundry into the dryer, and then it will be time to make lunch. So we were just laughing and having some funny conversation, which is always one of my favorite things with my kiddos.
Give me that donut.
It's Jack.
Oh.
No. I think
Careful.
I'm gonna have to drink.
No.
Cheers.
It is about 1:30 right now, and the kids are watching The Borrowers, even though it's our screen-free day. I figured because it's our last day of vacation, it was okay to do that. So they are watching that. They've been playing Lego most of the morning and just helping me get things cleaned up and organized. I just ate a salad, and now I'm going to kind of sit down and reflect a little bit on my goals and what I'm working on. I do have a few projects that I still need to work on for my organization and decluttering goal for February. I mean, it's a yearly goal, but what I had planned for February, I did do the entry closet already. I still have my master bedroom closet. This downstairs hall closet is almost done, and the kids' closets that I need to go through. I don't know if I will get to the master bedroom closet before February closes. I have a feeling that that is going to be a bigger project for me because I have just a ton of stuff in there that I don't really know what to do with. I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos. I have a bunch of old planners and goal planners and other things that I don't necessarily want to get rid of, but to store so much paper is not very helpful. So maybe I will rip out the important pages. Because I am a paper planner, I take a lot of notes in my planners when there is something important that is happening, whether it's memory related, whether it's medical related, whether it is finance related. I always tend to write it down, and I write it in my planner because then it's all in one spot. So I don't want to get rid of a lot of that stuff because it is stuff that I sometimes need to refer to randomly in the future. So, well, and especially the memory keeping stuff, I obviously don't want to get rid of that. But yeah, so that's probably going to be a much larger project. Maybe I'll work on it this weekend, but I'm not sure. I really need to sit down and do the taxes, and I think I might try and do that tomorrow. It's a fun way to spend a Saturday, right? So we will see on that, but I do want to just kind of consider my goals and my action plans for the first quarter and what I want to shift or prioritize in the next few months. I know that we still have snow on the ground, but I am thinking of warmer weather, especially considering last week we had like a couple of 60 degree days. Full spring, that is, in Maine, you know? About 2 o'clock, and I made a lot of progress on the books over here. I have sorted them and separated them. The books that are right here that you can see, a lot of those are kids' summer readers, and then some of the books are my books that I want to bring upstairs, mainly Harry Potter, Narnia books, my Twilight books, and Hunger Games books. Well, Emma has some of the Hunger Games up in her room. I have the prequel down here. But yes, so I have those sorted and separated, but the bookcase is still downstairs that I need help bringing upstairs. So hopefully this weekend we can get that upstairs and into our living room, and I can start to sort or arrange my books in a better way so that they are displayed nicely and available for people to utilize when they want to. I also sorted some of my husband's books on the other side of the ping pong table into different categories, just so he can see if he wants to get rid of any of them. I don't think that he does. He doesn't have that many books. So right now I'm done with the sorting, I think, down here, and I've gotten rid of a couple of bags of trash. I have like plastic drawers down here, and I also have the 2 3-tiered carts that I also cleaned out, and I don't know what to do with any of those things. So I would like to put the plastic drawers upstairs into our game closet, but they will not fit in there. There's the shelf, the bottom shelf is too low, and I don't know if I can move that up at all. It would need to be moved up maybe 6 inches. And so I don't know if I will move them upstairs or not, but they would be useful for storing craft stuff. I just don't know where I can put them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. I don't want to get rid of them though, because I think they would be useful. Maybe I will put them up in the kids' bedrooms just to keep things a little more contained. Okay, so it's like 2:30 and I feel really good about how things have gone. The house is pretty clean. I do have to put away winter gear from the kids sledding, but other than that, I'm feeling really good about all of the decluttering that I've done this week. There's still so much more to do. I know there is, but I'm feeling better, and I'm actually starting to see what books I'm going to be able to let go of, and I think that's really good. I was looking through some of our curriculum, which is on all of those shelves. I have like 3 of those 9 cube shelves that store many levels of curriculum. But I think that I mentioned this earlier. I think that what I will do is box up the middle grade levels, because I am not going to need those for Lucy for several years. Well, a few years. And so they don't really need to sit on the shelves. And Jack is moving into the upper level cores, or upper levels. They used to be called cores from Sunlight. Now they're HBL, I guess. But so he's moving into the high school levels next year, I think. And so I can pack away those middle grade books for the time being until we need them again for Lucy. But I'm feeling really good about things. I do want to sit down and work on my goal stuff, but I think I'm actually going to get up early tomorrow morning and work on that. And so instead, what I'm going to do is make sure that I have everything set for taxes, and then sit down and read, because I talked earlier this week, well, in a vlog, that I wanted to sit down and read Ambrosia by C.N. Crawford. It just came out, and I'm like reading 1 chapter at a time, just really slowly, when I have a few minutes sitting down and reading a chapter, but I would like to just sit down and read that book. And then Lucy Score just came out with a book as well that I want to read. So I think that's what I'm going to work on this afternoon. I still am doing laundry, still have some dishes to do, but overall, it's been a good day, and I'm pleased with it. Okay guys, it is almost 4 o'clock. I feel like I've had a really productive day. I'm super pleased with how everything has gone. The kids are outside playing. I still have no idea what I'm going to make for dinner tonight. I wasn't really thinking about that earlier in the day, so that's unfortunate. I would like to make pizza, but I don't think I have enough time to make pizza dough. So yeah, probably maybe make quiche, I'm not sure. Anyways, I am really pleased with how today has gone. I got so much stuff done. I feel better about how things are. Obviously, I still have a ton of decluttering to do. And honestly, I think that it's a project that is probably going to take me several more months, because I just don't have enough time to dedicate to that, or to really get my house in disarray. I mean, this week was a little bit different. Next time that we have a homeschool break, it will be right around Easter, I think. And so I don't know if I will be doing the same amount of stuff, or if we'll be working on outside projects. I'm crossing my fingers that we don't have snow at Easter, which we have in the past. So you know, we'll see what happens. But this afternoon has mainly just been a little bit of cleaning and laundry and getting some dishes done. I still have to clean off the table from our Lego sorting, and then I am going to sit down and work on my goals some, and just read and enjoy the kids being outside. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video coming along with me as I am working my way through my home. It's slow progress, but it is still progress. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.